In today's fast-moving world, knowing what's to learn, well, it's
Yeah.
often half the battle, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in fields like supply chain, things just seem to shift constantly.
They really do. And figuring out, what's actually going to help your career amidst all the...
In today's fast-moving world, knowing what's to learn, well, it's
Yeah.
often half the battle, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Especially in fields like supply chain, things just seem to shift constantly.
They really do. And figuring out, what's actually going to help your career amidst all the noise, that can be tough.
Which is exactly why we're doing this deep dive today. We're taking a good look at the top supply chain certifications for 2025. The idea is to really unpack what these different certs offer, their unique angles,
Right.
and help you figure out which one might, be the best strategic move for your own path. We're pulling this from recent analyses, stuff like best supply chain certifications to earn in 2025 and top certifications for 2025.
And these aren't just pieces of paper, right? They're serious investments. They signal commitment, expertise. They
Yeah.
can really make a difference.
Definitely.
So our goal here is to kind of cut through the clutter, give you the insights needed to choose wisely from all the options out there.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's start with certifications that really focus on optimizing internal operations and getting that end-to-end mastery. First one up, CPIM. That's Certified in Planning and Inventory Management from ASCM.
Right, CPM. This one's really geared towards professionals who need a really solid understanding of production and inventory management.
So the nitty-gritty.
Exactly. It gets deep into things like demand forecasting, procurement details, material requirements planning, MRP, people usually call it, and really building strong supplier relationships.
Okay, so how does that help someone, say, dealing with everyday operational headaches?
Well, think about a company that's always, running out of stock. Or maybe the opposite. They've got way too much inventory sitting around.
Or tying up cash.
Precisely. CPIM gives you the tools to tackle that, to really balance supply and demand effectively. It's about streamlining those internal processes, cutting inventory costs, reducing waste, basically making the company leaner, more agile.
And it's well recognized.
Oh, very much so. Especially in manufacturing, distribution, it's seen as fundamental for planning, inventory, operations roles.
Okay, foundational. Makes sense. Now, if CPM is about mastering what's inside the building, what about the bigger picture, the whole global flow? That sounds like CSCP, Certified Supply Chain Professional, also ASCM.
Yes, CSCP takes that wider view. It's for people needing a comprehensive grasp of the entire end-to-end supply chain.
From start to finish.
And back again. From supplier management, procurement, through logistics, customer service, and even reverse logistics, how stuff comes back.
So connecting all those different pieces, maybe across different countries too.
Exactly. It covers strategic sourcing, sustainability, which is huge now, and importantly, how technology fits in. Things like ERP systems.
The big planning software.
Right, the enterprise resource planning tools, and also things like AI, for better forecasting, automation. It's really valuable if you're overseeing large, complex supply chains or just need that global perspective.
Yeah.
It definitely helps you manage and sync everything up, boosts leadership skills, strategic thinking.
All right, let's switch gears a bit. Let's talk performance measurement and maybe getting specialized in logistics. We've got the ISCORA P endorsement supply chain operations reference, again, ASCM. Sounds like it's all about metrics.
It is, very much so. SCORE P is based on the SCORE model, which is like a global standard for measuring supply chain performance.
A common language for it.
Kind of, yeah. It's ideal for people whose job is basically to make the supply chain perform better through process optimization.
And how does it help you do that practically?
It gives you a structured way to measure things using standard metrics. So you can see how you stack up, find the gaps.
Benchmark, basically.
Right, benchmark.
Yeah.
And then implement improvements based on actual data. The key thing here is driving measurable results, cutting costs, being more responsive, improving how everyone communicates across the chain.
I can see the value there. Now, for folks really deep in the movement of goods, there's CLTD. Certifies on logistics, transportation, and distribution, also ASCM. Pretty clear focus on this one.
Yeah. CLTD is tailor-made for logistics specialists. Transportation management, global logistics, planning capacity, handling returns, reverse logistics, and sustainability within distribution. It covers all that.
So if you're running a warehouse, managing a fleet, planning distribution networks, this is for you.
Absolutely. It's about optimizing how goods get from A to B, controlling those transport costs, making sure deliveries are on time, really valuable for logistics managers, warehouse supervisors, distribution planners. It helps you handle those big, complex networks.
Okay, clear distinction. Now let's look at transformation and strategy. With technology changing so fast, I'm really interested in CTSC, Certified in Transformation for Supply Chain, from ASCM. How does this one tackle digital transformation? AI, blockchain, all that.
CTSC is specifically designed for people leading the charge on supply chain transformations, especially those driven by digital tech and automation.
So not just understanding the tech, but actually leading the change.
Exactly. It's about equipping you to guide the supply chain through those shifts, making the business more agile, and implementing things like AI, blockchain, advanced analytics strategically. It also covers the crucial change management skills needed to make it stick.
Ah, the people side too.
Absolutely. You can't just drop in new tech. So it's great for managers, consultants, executives trying to modernize and stay competitive.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, next, CSCM, Certified Supply Chain Manager. This one's from ISCEA, the International Supply Chain Education Alliance.
Right. CSCM is another globally respected one, quite well-rounded. Covers procurement, production, global logistics, distribution.
A bit of everything.
A holistic view, yeah. And it puts a strong emphasis on integrating lean principles, cutting waste and Six Sigma for process quality.
So efficiency and quality focus.
Definitely. It's particularly useful for managers in manufacturing, retail, healthcare maybe, anywhere with complex chains.
And it sounds like it has a strong global element too, navigating international trade and all that.
It does. It really emphasizes global supply chain management, preparing you for the complexities of international trade, risks, managing suppliers across borders. It's about making data-driven decisions to improve performance and resilience on that global stage.
Okay. And last one in this strategic group, CPSM, Certified Professional in Supply Management. This is from ISM, the Institute for Supply Management.
CPSM, this one really zeroes in on procurement and supplier relationships.
The buying side.
Primarily, yes. Ideal for purchasing professionals, procurement managers, people managing supplier relationships. You get deep into strategic sourcing, contract negotiation, evaluating how your suppliers are performing, managing risks associated with them.
Sounds like it elevates procurement beyond just, getting the lowest price.
Absolutely. Cost savings are part of it, sure, but it's much more strategic. It covers global trends, diversifying your supplier base for resilience, sustainability, and procurement.
Important stuff.
Very. Earning a CPSM really positions you to contribute to bigger business goals, move into senior roles, handle complex negotiations, and drive strategic value, not just cost cuts.
Wow, okay. That is a lot of ground covered. So many options. How does someone actually, choose the right one for them?
Yeah, that's the key question, isn't it? It really boils down to your own career goals, where you are now in terms of experience and what specific area you want to specialize in or strengthen.
Right.
Just to recap quickly, CPIM, think internal operations inventory. CSCP, that's the big picture, end-to-end global view.
Got it.
CLTD is your deep dive into logistics, transport, distribution. And CTSC, that's for leading digital transformations.
That helps simplify it a bit.
You need to think about your current role, where you want to go, and maybe the specific challenges your company or industry faces. That should guide you.
That's really helpful advice. And hey, for listeners in the Houston area who are thinking about taking that next step, there's a great local resource, right? ASCM Houston.
Oh, absolutely. ASCM Houston is fantastic. They offer local support for getting several of these certifications. They've got training programs, great networking events, ongoing education.
Tailored for supply chain pros.
Exactly. They offer support specifically for CPIM, CSCP, CLTD, and CTSC. So it's a very direct local way to get that expertise.
And it's more than just the classes, I imagine, the community aspect.
Definitely. Being part of the ASCM Houston community, their membership gives you access to networking, career advice. It's incredibly valuable.
Connecting with peers.
Yeah. Helps you stay motivated, share ideas, really deepen your understanding. It's a great way to boost your career, not just pass an exam.
Well, we've definitely unpacked a lot today. Understanding these different certifications, it really does feel like a strategic move for anyone serious about their supply chain career.
It really is. And, it makes you think, as supply chains keep getting more complex, more technology-driven, what are the next essential skills going to be in, say, the next 5 years? What new perspectives will be absolutely critical to stay ahead? And maybe how will these certifications themselves have to evolve to meet that future demand?
That's a great question to leave folks with, something to definitely ponder.